Hello and welcome back. I'm Scott Vermeer. Thank you for joining the BHS Blue Book video series. Today we're going to be talking about all things science with Mrs. Nollmeyer. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Ms. Nollmeyer, tell us a little bit about the pathways and courses that you have available here at the high school.
Okay, so in science we have typical pathways. We have the traditional pathway. If you come in the traditional pathway, when you're a freshman, you start in biology, traditional biology. That's a requirement. And you'll learn all about cells and genetics and the traditional biology stuff. And then once you pass that, your sophomore year, you go into physical science. And it's the traditional physical science. And what physical science is it's half chemistry. Usually that's the fall semester. And then spring is physics. So you get to touch on both chemistry and physics. It's a great class. And then you are required to take a third science, so here in Oklahoma. So your junior year, it opens up. You get to choose if you've been successful. A lot of students will take traditional chemistry or traditional inquiry physics. And at that time, they usually can choose well because they had a touch of chemistry and physics. But also, we have environmental science. A lot of kids like to take that. We have chemistry. They can choose to take chemistry at that point. So there's many choices after that. Okay, so the kids that are, instead of going into traditional, they can go into the honors path. And when they come into the honors path as freshmen, they take pre-AP biology. They don't take a physical science. They start in pre-AP biology, and then they'll move into pre-AP chemistry. And then after they've taken chemistry as a sophomore, then they can move on to anatomy and physiology, and then they can also go to the AP courses. We have five different now, AP courses. So we have AP chemistry, we have AP biology, we have AP environmental science, and AP physics 1 and AP physics 2. So they can move into that. The great thing about our program is if you start in traditional and you'd like to try out some of those AP courses as a junior or a senior, usually you can transition easily, talk to the teacher. And the other way around also, if you start in pre-AP and you decide maybe science isn't your thing, you can move into some of the traditionals. But we have lots of science.
Okay, so you're talking about all the different APs. Could you give a little bit more details on what the students can expect taking those AP level courses?
Okay, so our AP level courses, like I said, we offer many of them. We actually offer all of them that AP offers, except we do not have the 2 calc-based physics because we don't feel we have enough students to hold a full class. So we have the algebra-based physics. So they have to be, per AP, they have to be 25% labs. So that's the great thing. Most of our sciences have 12 to 16 labs in them, but AP is going to be labs about a fourth of the time. And the labs are challenging. They're great. We have so much equipment here in Bartlesville. They're really valuable. If you take the AP classes, you will take the AP test, and so you have a chance of getting college credit for them. And that will save you money in college. And even if you don't get the college credit, you're going to be more prepared for college. Hopefully those classes will be easier when you get to college. And you can make a decision if you want to even do that or not. So AP Environmental Science is a great one to get into at the beginning if you're a little unsure, if you want to go in there. We have great teachers in all of them. Our teachers are highly qualified, and a lot of them have worked in industry in that area. So they can help you decide if that's an area you'd like to go into, the medical field or the engineering field, and gain knowledge. So great classes.
Very cool. So any of the students that have career aspirations to do something in the science world or science degree in college, what is some good advice that you might want to tell them?
Okay, I think the earlier you can decide, the better. Because a lot of the classes, the AP classes, maybe like physics, for instance, that's what I teach, is have your math. So if you really want to go into physics or engineering, that'll be more my field. And you need to be starting and pushing your math pretty hard from an early age. That could even go down to 6th or 7th grade. You know, if you have a chance to be in pre-algebra and then algebra in 7th or 8th grade, you want to go there. So you're more prepared. So the earlier that you have a feel for what you want to be, come talk to the teachers. You know, we even have like the 8th grade night where the 8th graders can come up and talk to us. We have, if you want to go into the medical field, we have a microbiologist as a teacher, and she can help direct you in that field. Again, environmental science, very strong field these days. We have a teacher who's worked in the environmental area. So it's important to come. You can talk to your counselor and they'll send you the right way, and then come talk to us and we can help direct you what field.
Excellent. Wow, that's a lot. Is there anything that we've left out that you still want to talk about?
A couple things I think I want to mention is sometimes your teachers, especially the teacher you had last year, might give you advice to go to a class maybe that's a little harder than what you want. We feel like it's important, for you to push. We know if we've had you before, if we think you're ready. Vice versa, if you take a class maybe that we think is too hard, maybe we'll give you other options. For instance, for physics, I've got AP1 and AP2 physics, but I also have inquiry physics, which is a traditional. And if you want to go into an area like aviation, you could take AP1 physics, but you can take inquiry physics and still get all of the background for that. So I think that's important to talk to your teachers. The other thing I want to mention is you're only required to take 3 sciences in Oklahoma. To me, that's unfortunate because I love science. But if you're going to OU, you're going to compete against Texas kids. And they're required to take 4 sciences. And Louisiana is required to take 4 sciences. So it is really great if you do take a 4th science. And we have so much variety in science. We have something you love. Come talk to us. We'll help get you in something. Is it anatomy and physiology? Is it environmental science? Is it chemistry? We'll help you. But taking a 4th science puts you in a good spot when you're going to try to get into college.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Nollmeyer, for coming on today and explaining your program to everyone.
Thank you.
And thank you all for tuning in to the BHS Blue Book series on science. We hope you got all the information that you needed out of this, and good luck and happy course hunting.